Hey y'all, this is Scarlet with Scarlet's Little Crafty Corner, and tonight I thought that I would do a whip and chat, but this is going to be a would you rather Halloween style. So, before I get going, I just want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope everyone is having a great day, week, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Um, this is Wednesday night. I think it is maybe the 14th. I don't even know. My days start to flow together sometimes. My husband works swing shift, so my days, nights get totally messed up. But he did start back tonight on his night shifts for the week. So I'm sitting here bored. I've already listened to everybody's YouTube videos and I've already commented on them, and it was either listen to true crime podcast or listening to an audio book, which I will tell y'all, if you are Ozzy Osbourne fans, I just finished listening to his biography, Last Rites. Oh my God, y'all. It was so good. There was parts of it that was really funny. And I'm an Ozzy fan, but I've watched some of their Meet the Osbournes or whatever, their reality shows. I've seen some of all of their shows, but I've never watched all of the shows. You understand what I'm saying? Um, but I'm a big fan of his music, and me and my husband watched the TV show, the not show, but the oh my God, Ozzy Osbourne, whatever the movie was, the biography, not biography, documentary that they just released. We watched that the other night, and I didn't know that he had a book, and it just came out just a few days ago. So I have Audible. So I was like, oh man, I hope they have it on Audible. And I pay for Audible. So therefore, every month I get a credit to where you can, order a free book of your choosing. So that was the book that I ordered this month, was Ozzy Osbourne's Last Rite. Oh my God, y'all. It was good. If you are an Ozzy fan, I highly recommend that book. So anyway, I finished that book last night. And y'all, I am working on my Sherry Baldy. And this is called I Love Pumpkins Bestie by Sherry Baldy. And it's a 60 by 60 centimeter. And it's only got a couple ABs. And I didn't add anything. It's got 3. It's got 3 ABs. And y'all, I started working on this back last month. I don't even remember what day I started, but I've been wanting to do it since I got it off of a D-stash. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. So anyway, I thought I would get on here. I was going to do tag questions, Halloween tag questions. And then, of course, I was going to tag somebody and then, let it go around because, this is October, Halloween. So I just thought that would be something fun. But I came across these would you rather questions, and I thought they would be um, a lot of fun also. So I figured I'd do these first, and then maybe my next video do some tag questions. We'll see. So, I hope y'all can see what I am working on. Hopefully you're not watching me. Hopefully y'all are working on something. I don't care if you're diamond painting, coloring, cross stitch, maybe you're working on your resin. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. Hopefully y'all are just doing something. You might be driving down the road. I don't know. All right, so I have printed out a few questions. I think I have maybe 20 or 25 questions. Now, I've not really looked at them, so you're going to get a answer from me as I'm seeing them in real time with y'all. So, if you want to play along, leave your answers in my comments. And, yeah. So, all right. First question. Would you rather spend the night in a haunted house or a remote cabin in the woods? Well, I'd rather be in a cabin in the middle of the woods, and that to me that would be like my ideal place to live, much less just be there for a couple hours. Unless it was haunted or there was a, chainsaw yielding maniac out there or something, then no, I wouldn't want to be there. But yeah, I think I would, although I would love to go to a haunted house. But I don't know if I'd want to. Well, I'd spend the night there if I had people with me. If I was by myself, no. But yeah, if I had like a bunch of friends to go with, I'd do it. But not alone. What about y'all? Would y'all rather stay in a cabin in the middle of the woods or a haunted house? Have any of you ever gone to a haunted house? Like, I'm talking, like, you see those shows on TV where they go and they search for paranormal activity and stuff. Have any of y'all ever done that? There is there's a bunch of places, but there's one place in Louisville, Kentucky, because I'm in Kentucky. I'm just in Western Kentucky. But there is a place in Louisville that is supposed to be like up there, like I don't know what number, but like up there as far as paranormal activity goes. And I don't think it's Waverly. No, it's not the Waverly. I can't remember what it is. If y'all know what I'm talking about, put it down there in the comments section. But it is either a jail or a hospital. I don't remember. I just know there's something up there. Okay. Number 2. Do you believe in ghosts or the supernatural? Yep, I sure do. Now, I know there are people out there that don't, so, that's okay. But I do. I sure do. I believe in the supernatural, and I believe in ghosts and spirits and all those bump in the night things. Yep, I sure do. What about y'all? Do you believe? I have a fly. Do y'all believe in the supernatural or in ghosts? Okay, number 3. Let's see. Would you rather... Now, some of these are funny and cutesy, and some of them are just kind of silly, okay? Would you rather have fingers like a witch or, or one big eyeball like a cyclops? I guess I would probably rather have fingers like a witch. I wouldn't want to be running around with just one great big eyeball in the middle of my head. Yeah. What about y'all? I'm telling y'all, some of these are really silly, but that's okay because you know what? The way the world is right now, it's okay to have a little bit of silliness every once in a while. Okay. Her face is so cute. All right. Would you rather be able to talk with ghosts or animals? Ooh, this one's a hard one. Hard. Because I would really like to be able to talk to ghosts, but I think I would like to talk to my dogs more. That way I know what's going on with them. Let me see. And then that way, if there was ever anything wrong with them, they'd be able to let me know. If they see trouble coming, they could let me know. So, yeah, I think I'd rather talk to my dogs. So, I'm going to say animals. I would rather talk to animals. What about y'all? Although, talking to ghosts would be pretty cool. Nah, animals. I'm gonna stick with animals. Okay, would you rather turn into a werewolf at full moon or Dracula once every week? Well, I would say probably a werewolf. I would, because, that's only, so many times, what, a month? To where if you were Dracula, you would have to turn into Dracula once a week. And I don't think I'd want to drink blood. And I wouldn't want to only be up around, at night. I do like the day. So yeah, I would say a werewolf. I'd rather become a werewolf. And I would even do that once a week rather than Dracula. But yeah. So what about y'all? What would y'all rather do? Would y'all rather turn into Dracula once a week or become a werewolf every full moon? Let me know. Okay. Would you rather ride witch's broom or be able to fly like a bat? Would I rather be able to ride a witch's broom or fly like a bat? Both of them, you're going to be in the air flying. Does that mean you'd turn into a bat and fly, or that you could just fly like a bat? Is that only at night? Questions. I have questions. I think I would rather ride the witch's broom. Where have I heard that before? Oh, I think, what was that woman's name that did those stupid videos during 2020 when the sickness was going around, and she was blonde, she was a comedian, she had a channel, she got real big, her and her husband, and she would sing those stupid songs and make up stuff, and she was in that spandexy leotard thing, and she did the song, and it said, riding a witch's broom. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Oh my God, that's gonna bug me. Man, what was her name? If y'all know what I'm talking about, please leave it in the comments because it's gonna bug me. But she had a bunch of different songs that she did that was like silly, goofy, and she did like skits on her channel. And her husband had brown hair. He was like British or something, and he had brown curly hair. God, I can't remember what her name was. And she said something about kick them in the butt or kick them. I don't know. But anyway, if y'all know what I'm talking about, please leave it in the comments. All right, I think I'm done with this color. Okay. So I would rather ride the witch's broom. All right, would you rather spend Halloween night with Frankenstein or a zombie? I guess I would say Frankenstein, because a zombie, well, Frankenstein is put together by a bunch of dead corpses, body parts, to where zombies are just walking dead, so they're both gonna stink. I don't know if Frankenstein, I don't know what Frankenstein ate, if he ate anything, but I don't think I could handle watching zombies eat brains. So I'm going to go with Frankenstein. Yep. I think I would rather kind of hang out with him as I had a zombie. What about y'all? Would y'all rather walk around with the zombie or Frankenstein? And whoever watched, what was that show, The Walking Dead? I never did get into that. And I like paranormal stuff. I never did get into that series, The Walking Dead. I know it's very popular. I don't even know if they show it anymore. But did y'all watch it? I'm sure there's several of you who did. Because like I said, it was very popular, but I just never got into it. Okay. Would you rather befriend a werewolf or a vampire? Well, I think I would rather befriend a werewolf. I don't think I would want to have to dodge having my blood sucked out by the vampire. Unless that vampire was Brad Pitt in the movie, what was that movie? It was Anne Rice's Interview with a Vampire. Yeah. Oh my God, Brad Pitt. Woo! Yeah. Now, if it was a vampire that looked like that, yeah, I'll hang out with the vampire. Or Twilight, Edward. I would hang out with him. I would. Yeah. Um, but if it's just an ugly vampire, I think I would probably hang out with the werewolf because, I like dogs and I like animals and I think that would be cool. Okay. Would you rather have a vampire as your mother or a vampire as your father? How odd of a question. Have a vampire as a mother or a vampire as a father? Are either one of them very good? I mean, ugh. Does that... Well, I don't guess that necessarily makes me a vampire, but I'm going to say, does it really matter? No. I'm going to say either or on that one. I know it is a would you rather, but it doesn't really matter. If one of them's got to be a vampire, it doesn't matter which is a vampire. What do y'all think? I'm telling y'all, some of these are really kind of silly. Okay, so would you rather sleep in a haunted house or in the open corn maze on a cold Halloween night? I think I would rather be... Y'all, I've always wanted to go to a corn maze. And what's crazy is we have corn mazes here where I'm at. I'm pretty sure a lot of places do corn mazes, but we do them big. They do them pretty big here. I know they were showing one, was it last night on the news? Or it might have been the night before last, that these people always do here. And they were showing what it looked like this year. It's pretty cool because they always make a bunch of designs and stuff. But yeah, I think I would probably rather be in the corn maze. Maybe. I don't know, because if it's a real cold night, it would be warmer in the haunted house. But I don't know. I'm going to stick with the corn maze. Yep. I mean, at least with that, you've got a chance of running out of it. Or at least if you get lost, you might, if somebody's chasing you, you might be able to lose them. I don't know. Okay. Would you rather... Oh, them are the same ones. Okay. Okay. Would you rather go on a horse ride with the headless horseman or fly with the witch on her broom? I used to horseback ride. So I love doing that. I haven't done that in like since my late teens, early 20s. So it's been a minute. I'm thinking that I would probably rather do ride the horse with the headless horseman. Given the choice, yeah. Because I like riding horses. And I like being on the ground. Because I don't know. I've never flown anywhere, y'all. I'm too chicken duty to do it. Because I just think what goes up comes down. I don't know. I don't think I could do it, y'all. I don't. So I'm gonna say ride a horse with the headless horseman. Okay. Oops. Okay. Would you rather spend Halloween with aliens or dead people from the underworld? Huh. That one's hard. Because what is the underworld? What would that consist of? Is it like a zombie? Are they talking about zombies again? Or are we talking about just regular folk that are dead and just came back? I have questions. And the aliens. I'm going to say I would probably rather spend Halloween with dead people from the underworld as I had aliens. That one's okay. All right. Would you rather transform into... No, we've already had that one. I already had that one. What did I do? Did I accidentally... Okay, here's one. Would you rather be invited to a vampire's Halloween party or Frankenstein's Halloween party? Well, again, if the vampire is like the people from Twilight, or if it's Brad Pitt, I would say the vampires. But I think maybe Frankenstein would probably have, I don't know. I don't really know what Frankenstein would have at a party. What do y'all think Frankenstein would have at his party? I'm sure that there would be people at the vampire's party, you know, because they have to have refreshments. So I think I'm going to say Frankenstein because I don't want to be a refreshment. So I guess I'm going to say Frankenstein again. Okay, so let's see. Would you rather play a spooky Halloween prank on your parents or on strangers? I would probably rather, I've done both. I would say maybe my parents, because at least I know what would scare them, to where if you did some kind of crazy prank on a stranger, you don't know how they would well, I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe I would do a stranger because you don't know how they would react. And it could be funny. That's a hard one. What would y'all do? I hope y'all are playing along. And even if you're not playing along in the comments, hopefully you're playing along at least in your wherever you're at. So yeah, that one is that one's hard. Okay, would you rather magically turn into a flying bat or into a black cat at your free will? Well, I'm going to say a cat because that would be pretty cool. People are scared of bats, or some people, but not many that I would know of would be scared of a cat. So you could turn into a black cat and you could probably get all kinds of info if you wanted to be nosy. Yeah. So I'm going to say a black cat. Just dumped out my drills there. So what do y'all think? Pick up my... Oh, crud. I forgot I had those itty-bitty ones in there. I'm going to have to get my little vacuum thing out. It's funny. I bought that thing years ago. And I've only used it maybe 2 times. Or I'll just pick them up with my pen. I've not had a lot of trash with this. I'll be... All right. All right, come on. Oh, my Lord. Now I got that stuck in there. I'm using a glue dot. Oh, my gosh. Always something. Okay. Well, while I'm doing this, I can still ask more questions. Okay. Would you rather purr like a cat or cackle like a witch? Probably, I guess, purr like a cat. Hell, I don't know. Ugh. Y'all, I'm doing this by looking through my magnifying glass sitting here. Okay, you know what? I will do this after this video. Because if not, I'm going to sit here and... Or you know what? Hold on. Okay, I got those up. And then I got another one of them little bitty tiny ones stuck in there. So I ended up having to pull my glue dot out. And then I had to put it back in. Okay. So, yeah, I think I would rather, I guess, purr like a cat. That one's kind of weird. Get in there. Okay, so. would you rather eat all of your Halloween candy in a day or save it and eat one candy every week for the rest of the year? I'd rather eat it all, right? Maybe not all right then and there, but I would rather eat it, not save. I mean, I'd save some because there's no way that I could eat it all right then and there. But I don't want to just eat one a week for a year. I'll just go buy more candy. Okay, so would you rather buy a Halloween costume or make your own? Make my own. You know, when I was a kid, well, I'm not going to say we never, because I have had store-bought Halloween costumes. Okay. We had those plastic costumes that was like garbage bags with the plastic mask with the itty bitty tiny breathing air holes, and you couldn't never breathe. And me, I wore glasses, so I either had to go around with no glasses on, or I had to have my glasses on and then put my mask over the top of my glasses, and then I would get hot and my glasses would fog up because of me breathing with the mask over my face. So, yeah. And I remember one year I was Casper. And then one year I was, Woody Woodpecker. I sure was. Those were the best days, too. And I remember there used to be this lady down the road. And, you know, and us kids would just go. We didn't even have our parents with us. That's, you know, back in the day, you could do that. But there was a lady down our road, and we lived out in the country. Well, matter of fact, it was right down the road from where I live now, because I live not even a mile from where I grew up. But there was a lady that used to live down the road, and she would give out rolls of pennies, or she'd give you $1. It just depended. But yeah, I'd rather and I still make my own costumes though. Then I usually go as a witch. It's like every costume I think I've ever had as an adult, I've either gone as a gypsy, I've been mostly a witch, but I was a gypsy one year, and then I was a punk rocker one year. What else was I? I was a pirate one year. Yeah. So the homemade costumes are always the best, I think. Okay, so would you rather be followed by a raven or a black cat? Well, I'm going to say the cat, because a raven would probably get on my nerves by, you know, cawing all the time. Or that's what I'm going to say. Okay. Would you rather share your Halloween candy with your friends or your siblings? Well, that's probably more geared towards a kid answering that question. I have one sister, who is 10 years younger than me. But we never went trick-or-treating together. So, because by the time she was, well, when she was older, I'm going to say 2, 3, 4, I'm starting to hit the teens, and I went to parties or I hung out with my friends, so I didn't really go trick-or-treating with her. So I'm going to say friends. Would you rather drink apple cider or hot chocolate? Oh, see, now I like both of those. So that's hard. I'm going to say apple cider. During the day, maybe. And hot chocolate at night. Or, maybe, I don't know. I like both. So that's a hard one. So I think that is all the would you rathers. Now I do have a couple questions here. I don't even know how long I've been talking. Trick-or-treating or handing out candy? Trick-or-treating. Even as an adult, I hate handing out candy. I don't know why. I just do. Now, my husband, he's usually the one that will hand out the candy. I missed a P. But as far as I go, I had rather... Oh, what am I doing? Wrong. Look. I need to pay attention. I'm going to knock my thing over again. Yeah. I just never liked giving out candy. And I think what it is because I always, always went with the kids, took them trick-or-treating when they were little, and then would go with the grandkids. So I don't know. I just don't like giving out candy. I have it because, like I said, my husband will give it out if we get any trick-or-treaters. But most of the time we really don't because of where we live. If we do have trick-or-treaters, it's just the kids next door. And now they really aren't even, they're like young teenagers now. I don't even think they trick-or-treat anymore. Or if they do it somewhere else. Because I know last year we didn't have, well, for the last 2 years, we did not have any trick-or-treaters, which was probably a good thing because if there's anything chocolate or peanut butter in the candy bowl, my husband will eat it. He was always, the kids when they were younger, they would always get so mad at him because he would always get into their candy. Okay, so gory makeup or cute spooky makeup? I'm going to say cute spooky. Now, I do like a good scare. I do. But blood and gore, I cannot do it anymore. I used to when I was younger. I watched all the Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason's. I watched all of them. But now, I don't know what. I can't do it. I can't watch it. I'm just like, ew, God, no, turn it, can't see it, no, change channel. It's like every time something bad is happening to the person on TV, I can feel it. And I'm like, ooh, turn the channel. I can't do it. So no, I don't do gore and all of that stuff. So, yeah, so that's it. That's all I got for the Halloween edition of Would You Rather. So I hope you all enjoyed that. I mean, it's a little different. Something fun and funny to, cut some of the tension that's been going on here lately. So, and feel free to use these on your channel if you want to do the would you rathers, because I just got these off the internet. I just did a Google would you rather Halloween style questions. So yeah, if you want to do it on your channel, please do. And if you do use it on your channel, tag me so I can watch. So, all right, y'all. I am going to finish up her little face because she is just a cutie patootie. And then I think I am going to go watch a little TV before I hit the hay. So, all right. So, I have enjoyed y'all's company. Hope you enjoyed mine. And until my next video, y'all, please do all the YouTubey things. Check my description box for all the YouTubey things. And I will see you all later. Bye, y'all.